traffic, Golf Charlie Echo Victor Papa, descending dead side for runway 22.
Deenethorpe traffic, Golf Tango Romeo, lining up runway 22 for immediate departure. Visual with one descending.
Hi everyone, we're out on a bright sunny October morning. The air is nice and fresh and the winds at the moment are light. I'm heading out to the east coast to a lovely little airfield called Winglands that is just next to the Wash. It's got several runways all in different directions. The longest runway is 270 metres and all the others are about 250. So they're all quite short but very doable in a flex wing. I've got the meths stove on board and the intention is to cook myself some breakfast. It's a short flight of around 30 minutes. We are now just coming overhead, so let's have a look and see what's going on, get myself on the ground and get cooking.
It's rarely any sort of traffic like Michaelite traffic. Generally all paramotors at Wingland. It's ideal for them. I'm actually going to trim a bit slower for this landing. I generally just leave it alone. With Wingland being so short, we'd have to come in a little bit slower. So what we're doing, we're at 1700 feet. A couple of vans down there, a few caravans. To do 2 circuits and that tells everybody that you're planning on coming in. Traffic, Golf Tango Romeo. Downwind for 20, just for a quick look. Not intending to land on this occasion. We'll come around for another circuit and then look again.
downwind left hand 24, top 1. Golf Sierra Delta Alpha Tango is down to approximately 4 miles to run, joining overhead for runway 22. Deenethorpe.
Wingland traffic, Golf Tango Romeo, downwind 20. Right, here we are at Wingland. I'm on my own, there's nobody here. And we're going to cook breakfast. And got my stove. First of all, we'll get it out and we'll get it going, and we'll get some water on the boil and have a coffee for a start. And then we can be having a drink while the rest of it cooks. That's it, we're going. I generally tend to measure out the right amount of water so that we're not boiling water just for the sake of it. So while that water's boiling, let's just have a quick look around this place. So first time I came in here, I was in my paramotor about 5 years ago, I think, something like that. I've got a bit of an affection for this place. It's the first sort of place that I flew out to, and you know, took quite a bit of planning. So I flew out to here in my paramotor from just near Leicester, so quite a distance really to fly out to the coast from what's pretty much the middle of England. Yeah, and I'd arranged it, and then Peter here, who owns the place, he took me up the garage to get some fuel, and then I flew back. So yeah, and I've been in here quite a few times with different microlights that I've had. Yeah, lovely place. Got a bit of a clubhouse over there. It's got different runways, different directions, but it's all quite short. I think the longest runway is about 260 metres, and you know, that's pretty short really. But on saying that, I just landed from over there on runway 20, and then that's the end of it. You see the windsocks. I wasn't into wind, but I was pulled up in half the distance, so it's doable. But my only thing really with this is, if I'd got a passenger, I would need every bit of that to get back off the ground. I'm okay on my own, but I wouldn't really come in here with a heavy passenger. I've been in here with my grandson, but at the time barely knew I'd got him in really. So yeah, that's Wingland, lovely place. It's not too far to the wash from here, so you can be up from here and you can be out looking out over the sea, which is fantastic. There we go, that'll do. So what we need to do now is to just put that out. This plate goes on the top. We'll put that on the plate, so it's a bit higher up. Relight it. Like that. Put those in. And then we've got the heat closer to the frying pan. And what you don't get with this is the smell. I get that. This bacon smells absolutely amazing. We're nearly there. Oh yes, look at this. Beautiful. Awesome. What a lovely thing to do in the middle of October on a bright sunny day with a gentle breeze. Fly out to a little airfield like this, nobody about, nice and quiet. Get your little stove out, set yourself up on a picnic table, bacon, sausage and egg roll. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, so we're all packed away now and we're looking at getting back in the air. So let's have a look at this runway. So this runway is 260 or 270 metres long. It is short, so we're going to be doing a short field takeoff procedure. So we're going to get ourselves right up to the end. We're going to put the foot on the brake and we're going to run it up to full power, and then we're going to let it go. Now, although this is what's considered short, I think I'll be in the air by the time we get to this little windsock and this cone. So that's my prediction. So we'll have a look at the footage and see whether I was right or whether I was wrong. The wind has changed a bit, so the wind is pretty much straight down the runway at the minute. That's going to help us. So with that like that, I would say it's blowing. It's only a little windsock, so it's not like the big ones where you can actually tell what the speed is by looking at them. But I'm going to say the wind is blowing 10 to 15 mile an hour on the nose of the aircraft. So effectively, as we sit down the bottom there, we're already doing 10 to 15 mile an hour before we even start rolling, if that makes sense. Right, let's get back in the aircraft and get warmed up and get ready for it. But that's where I'm saying we're going to get in the air by that cone and that's not, I've not measured nothing, that's just my judgment. Okay, so there's 40 degrees, let's do our checks. Controls are full and free. Helmets, harness is secure. Instruments are all set. Both Sky Demons are running. Altimeter is set to 0 at the minute. Fuel, we've got 52 litres on board. Fuel cap's on. Everything's good. And we'll do a power check. So up to 3,000 revs. Mag 1 off, on. Mag 2 on, off, on. All good. So we're now at 46 degrees, so we're going to taxi up to the end of the runway and we're going to set ourselves up for a short field takeoff. So, as before, I think we'll be in the air by about that cone. Now, there is some power lines ahead. I'm not sure whether the camera's picking them up, but something to avoid when we get in the air. They're not high power lines, they're only on like poles, but either so you won't want to hit them. So let's taxi up and have a look. Very quiet airfield this is. Not expecting any traffic at all. Seen nobody overhead. We're just pulling out into the active runway. Yeah, it's all good. Nothing around. Grass is nice and short. That helps. Boys are down. We're trimmed for takeoff. Wingland traffic, Golf, 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 Tango Romeo. Lining up runway 20 for immediate departure, Wingland. And so we want every drop of runway we can squeeze. Right up to the end. Swing it round tight. And there we are, we have it in front of us. Okay, we're up to temperature, 54 degrees. So foot's on the brake. Now when I get up to full power, the brakes won't hold it. It'll drag it forward on the brakes. So when that point comes where it starts to roll forward, I'll release the brakes and we're going for it. Here we go. mph. She wants to go, and we're up in loads of time. I was actually holding that down to try and get to the cone. We're up over the power lines, no problem. Yeah, she wanted to fly well before we got to that windsock and the cone. We're climbing at 1,000 feet per minute. There you go, we just reached 1,000 feet. We'll just ease back on the power and get more into a cruise climb really. So I'm pulling the revs back. We're on about 4,400, 4,500. And then I'll set the speed. But at the minute my hands off speed is about 72. So I'm going to trim it for 80 mile an hour, which is my cruising speed. No hands on the bar. You see the bar coming forward, or coming back rather. Speed's increasing. 75. There you go. 80 miles the minute it's showing we're burning 15 litres an hour. Okay, well that's it. We're on our way back to Deenethorpe. It's been a nice little trip out. Give us a like if you've enjoyed it, and also if you've not already, give us a subscribe. It'd mean the world to me. Thanks again. See you soon.